All right, shalom, y'all. This is part 2 of the video. As I was saying before, you all smacked the hand of the prophet. So in other words, you smacked the hand of the Heavenly Father. Verse 24, this Proverbs chapter 1, verse 24, because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel and would none of my reproof. So y'all didn't want to listen to the counsel that we could heal you with. And y'all didn't want to listen to the correction that we were given. So this is what's going to happen. I also will laugh at your calamity. So when everything gets shut down, right? When this global, so-called global shutdown happens, right? This is a planned thing. Esau, Edom, the elite banking families already had planned out for you, right? I remember back in 2020 when that happened, they were already talking about the next shutdown, which is now, right? It's not directly right now, but it's about to come to pass. They was already speaking about it back then. It was either 2020 or 2021, one of those years. But they was already speaking about the next one. So they already had this planned, right? Right? And look at this, man. Things about to get crazy. You say Michigan man accused of threatening to kill and eat woman. Right? People is losing their mind. Right? So when these lockdowns happen, that's gonna be a part of that lockdown. People gonna start turning into cannibalism because it's gonna get to that point. It's gonna be so drastic, it's gonna get to that point, y'all. So this is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 5. It says, Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Right? Famine will lead to people doing things that they wouldn't ordinarily do, right? For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled, right? So the Heavenly Father is about to bring judgment on this place, right? And then another part of that judgment is that when all of a sudden, right, everybody think everything is cool, right? Matter of fact, 16. I think it is. All right, right here. Everybody gonna think everything cool and cheap, right? The food cheap right now. You can still buy things, but it's not going to be that, right? This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 21, right? Matter of fact, let's go to verse 19, then read on down. Behold, famine and plague. Let me see, Salakia. Famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Amendment is for correction, for you to change, right? Salakia, y'all. I don't know what's up with this, but it says, verse 20, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness. Hence, why the Heavenly Father in this Proverbs, right? He's going to laugh at your calamity, but truly, he's not going to be the one just laughing. It's going to be his prophets that's going to laugh. This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh. Right? They were none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. They despised the prophets he put out there to correct them and to counsel them back to health, back to the truth, back to their right mind. Right? But they despise this. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Right? So let's go back. 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, Tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, for change, for correction, right? But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, right? They see all this stuff about to happen. These people still ain't gonna turn from what they doing. Gas prices about to go up tremendously. Food, everything about to niggas about to get shut down. 2/3 of Jake still about to be out here wilding, right? So this is why, you know what I mean? This bring it on. This shit need to happen. Verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, meaning victuals or food, nourishment. Let's go to this word victuals, right? So y'all know victuals. Victuals, food or provisions, food, fare, cooking, cuisine, sustenance, nutriment, right? So food is going to be so cheap that they're going to think everything good. Behold, verse 21, 2nd Ezra 16 and 21. So let me check the time. 16 and 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth. Sword, famine, and great confusion. This is now. People think right now they smooth. But watch when this start popping off. Right? For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, because when everything gets shut down and when there's no gas and oil for these truckers to move your products, it's gonna be a famine, a man-made famine. It ain't like it ain't gonna be no food. It's just it won't be no food because it would be too expensive for people to put gasoline in their vehicles to even go to the grocery store, let alone for them to be going to work as a trucker to bring it to the grocery store. If you get what I'm saying. And the other that escaped the hunger shall the sword destroy. So the people who escape this famine are going to get destroyed by Esau's sword, which is ICE that's going to be out there. It's going to be the military out there, and it's going to be these foreign troops that's going to be out there as well. These sleeper cells. Plus, there's going to be robots. Don't forget about that. Man, it's gonna be so many different things that's gonna catch you. You know, Yahweh Ratazah, I am of the elect, because I don't ever want to get the judgment that these people is about to get. Right? Because verse 23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. Right? The cities shall be cast down, y'all. So, and then look, people thinking everything gonna be cool, but the 2nd Ezra 6 and 22 says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So everywhere people gonna be looking for, they're gonna be like, man, what's happening? Why I can't get no food? Why I can't go? Because you wasn't taking heed. We out here telling y'all what's going on. Right? This is gonna affect you to a major level. But the elect, we're gonna eat. We're gonna be good. Right? Let me get this. All right, I got enough time. Yeah, I got enough time. All right. This Isaiah chapter 65, verse 14. Behold, my servants shall sing, Salaki. Verse 13. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. And you're going to definitely be ashamed for not even listening. Right? So all of this coincide with each other. Us mocking you when your destruction is coming. Right? When your tribulation is at hand. Verse 14. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Yo. So it's going down, y'all. And with that, I give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodah, Shalom, y'all. And I'm going to let this play out.
And you're probably saying, I don't care. I don't live there. That's not my problem. Remember, the pandemic was a global lockdown. And think about it.